Whatever dudes, welcome back to another day on the Whatever Dude grind. I had to get my eggs and I had to get my coffee, dudes. We're trying to be super jacked, all right? Leave me alone. Now it is a little bit past 6 p.m. because I'm a pleb and obviously missed the start of everything. So let's just jump in and see what type of amazing Sunday content we have. Doesn't matter though, because we're on the Whatever Dude account. We can make whatever content we want. So nothing new on the themed objective section, but if the title and video and stream title even gives things away for you guys, today it's going to be all about chasing or bottling elite. So we're starting the day on 14-2 in weekend league, which is, I guess, okay. I don't know. I don't even know if that's even good, even, but we're 14-2 right now. See if we can do that. I'm going to keep playing and grinding until I get angry or we bottle elite or we get elite. So that's about the 3 challenges that we're going to have for weekend league. And it's going to be all based around Ben Yedder. Now, I really wanted to try him out. I really want to use this account to just try and have some fun if and where possible, but specifically to almost do these mini player reviews or mini thoughts on players through my dad thoughts, right? You guys got a lot of reviews through the years from top-end FIFA players and other content creators, but I like to think I have my own thoughts about certain things, especially with like my brain, how I play the game, how I'm not great at the game. I think there's a lot of people out there that probably have a similar style of play to me and might not just be gods at the game, that might think, okay, well, I guess I finish or play similar to Nick, so maybe his thoughts on Ben Yedder are important. So that is what it's going to be. By the end of the day, I'll have an understanding of Ben Yedder. We're going to use him. I asked at least my Twitch viewer base, and they wanted me to use him at striker. I never want to remove Team of the Year Mbappe from striker, but for this run, for the final, 16 games? 14 games, we'll have Ben Yedder up front because he's got low stamina, don't forget, and he also has high work rates. Now, that is pretty concerning to use him in the wide position, but I'm thinking if we use him up front as an out-and-out striker, I think I'm going to give him a sniper or an engine. A sniper would take his finishing and everything to 99, his balance and agility to 99 too, his composure to 93. Now I'm going to give him a sniper because he's going to be our out-and-out striker. The sprint speed isn't even that big of a deal, being 85. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll also put him on stay forward, which will do 2 things. Hopefully, because of the high work rates, won't cause him to drop back too far out of the game and out of, gameplay itself. And second, hopefully we won't notice that 74 stamina being too big of an issue. So that's what today's going to be all about. Well, whatever the 6 p.m. content, obviously we're going to experience the content every single day. But what I wanted to explain to you guys that don't know what's going on, because as I mentioned, I don't want to just kill the YouTube channel. I'm going to bring you guys whatever my experience is in FIFA in some way, shape, or form. I've got a full editing team that I obviously don't want to let down as well and have them not have their incomes coming through as well, because obviously I pay them. My graphics team, all of that stuff. So I got a lot of people that I wouldn't say are dependent on me and the channel, but still I got a lot of people part of the family 28T that I want to make sure that I'm, helping them out as much as I can as well, financially. So what we'll end up doing is we're basically going to just run the channel in a fun way. If there's a day I wake up where it's like, yeah, I want to go onto the pack-only Poor Man Road to Glory, we'll go onto the pack-only Poor Man Road to Glory. If there's days like this weekend where I'm just enjoying being on the main Whatever Dude account, we're just going to be on this account, and we might be on this account for a month. We might be on this account for 3 days, and then we go over to the pack-only Poor Man Road to Glory because there's new icon swaps, right? We got to grind out the new icon swaps to get the mid-icon pack for that account or for that series or whatever, whatever it may be. This account is going to be the culmination, the clashing of 2 worlds of the Poor Man Road to Glory and the Rich Man Road to Glory smashing into themselves. So it's going to be all about still grinding out. Like I just spent a little part of this morning. We're chipping away now at working on the La Liga SBC. So we're still going to be doing probably not a crazy amount of bronze packs, although honestly, for a bit of fun, I can't say I won't still do bronze packs, even on a Whatever Dude account, because whatever, dude. But it's going to be like everything I've ever done on the Poor Man Road to Glory with a little bit of funding from the Rich Man style of things, almost as if, the Poor Man Road to Glory has been purchased by, a rich sheikh or something like that. Like, who knows, right? That's kind of the way I want to think about it. I just want to have fun on the account while we do player reviews. Past and present squad builders are going to come back. We're going to do weekend, probably like daily challenges. So maybe like on the Friday, we'll do a past and present Barcelona squad. It'll all be dependent on like the 6 p.m. content. So let's say next Friday they release I'm trying to think of just anything off the top of my head. A flashback Milan Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So we'll do a flashback Milan Ibra / past and present AC Milan squad builder. And we'll see how well we can do on the Friday in Weekend League for the first 10 games, the first 5 games, right? Saturday comes along, maybe we do a past and present, whatever, Barcelona team, etc., etc. So all of those plans are going to be how I want to run this series. And the good thing about that too is a lot of it will just not be totally dependent on even if EA do or do not release content on the specific day. So for example, today doesn't look like, being that it's a Sunday, I guess EA took a day off. It doesn't look like there's any actual new content, which is fine. I guess we have been getting a lot of new players daily, so they're allowed to have a day off. Let's go see real quick if I am correct, or usually anyways, Sundays don't have anything. So we did get a pack, a Prime Electrum pack, which we will of course do. Now the fact that it has a 2-day window means we might get nothing tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's my day off and it is Mila's birthday, so I don't know how much content I'll be doing tomorrow anyways, but okay. So it's a holiday, yeah, today and tomorrow in Canada as well. So maybe we get absolutely nothing from EA. But what I did want to do before we get into the Ben Yedder, before we finish up the Ben Yedder, I'm sure there's going to be some level of promo packs here. It's EA, right? Of course. Of course. So none of us can be surprised that even though they're not releasing really any content, that the promo packs are there and available. So we'll dabble in that because, you know, I enjoy making people angry. So we will dabble in that. We'll dabble in the grind. That's going to be what today is all about. But just before we get into the packs and into everything, in fact, actually, while I talk about this, we can open these 8 League SBC packs that I've unlocked. I realize I made a lot of people mad by saying, like, look, it's the same thing if you spend a lot of time on the game or money on the game. Like, we're all part of the problem. I think people took like what I was saying completely out of context and got really mad about it. I'm not defending spending money on the game because I don't need to. Like, for me and my life, doesn't matter whether I spend money on the game or time on the game, it's my job. And that's the biggest issue, is what I see people all saying, oh, he's such a hypocrite. He spends years and years telling people that they're stupid for spending money on the game and that, you know, EA are scumbags, and here he is spending money on the game. I don't know what planet people have been living on if they think or heard me just say that, because that's just not the truth. There's a very different, I guess, topic of discussion going on outside of me just saying you're dumb if you spend money on the game and screw EA, they don't deserve our money. I've said stuff like that for sure, but like, you kind of got to leave things in context. You can't just say, oh, he said this, and like take out snippets of what I've said, but not give a proper context to what I've said. And I am not going to repeat it over and over again, because there's also people that are viewers of the channel for a long time that are like, dude, I don't know why you're constantly re-explaining what you're doing. The people that enjoy your content know exactly where you stand. So maybe I should just ignore the random people in the comments saying, oh, he's a hypocrite for this and that. But one final time, whatever you decide to do on this game is up to you, okay? Good or bad, lots of FIFA points, no FIFA points, lots of time, no time, anything in between, more power to you. What I've always said is, within your situation, you just got to be responsible. And it actually pains me to see people calling me a hypocrite for doing this and that and the other, when that has basically been the message of what I've been saying forever. Within your world, if you're a kid, if you're 13 or 14, you really got to think twice about dumping money into a cyclical game where you could maybe put that money towards something, get yourself some nice shoes, do something that lasts a little bit longer. Now, again, if you want to still spend money on the game and you can quantify that and value that, then fine, fair play. And then same thing, if you're an adult and you're working, whatever, same goes for you. Like, you just live your life, of course, how you want. You don't have to listen to anything I say. But I try to speak within the knowledge and the understanding that I do have a relatively younger audience that hopefully would benefit from me at least talking about the fact that packs are terrible and stuff like that. And I do it because it's a job, and I've run the Poor Man Road to Glory for 6 years to show my younger audience, or people that don't have money to spend on the game, that you don't need to spend money on the game to have a very good account. But I've gotten to the point in my life where two things. First of all, I destroy the poor man road to glory to the point where it's as if it's a rich account. Really, it genuinely is. I can grind on that account so efficiently and so hard that, as you guys saw by Team of the Year, I was looking like it was a rich man account anyways. So it's gone to the point now where for me, and remember, for anybody and everybody in their situation in life, you have to take it from that consideration. For me and my job and my life and my career, things are going great. I'm very grateful. I'm very appreciative. And because things are going great, I have to sit back and think, do I want to spend on FIFA 20 12 to 15 hours a day to keep this mystique of the poor man road to glory going, when I've proven for the last 5 or 6 years that it works, it's all good, everything is good? Or do I want to enjoy my gaming experience a little bit more, right? Maybe not have to spend 12 to 15 hours a day on FIFA Ultimate Team, but spend 6 to 7 hours of enjoyment, of picking up packs, opening packs, building cool teams, playing gameplay, for God's sakes. The poor man road to glory, the way I play it, is so menu heavy because I need to grind the menus to make money to then use the players, so on and so forth, that it just ends up not being fun. And I'd rather be able to spend 5, 6, or 7 hours doing the things I enjoy, or more importantly, doing whatever I want on my road to glory, which really at the end of the day is still a road to glory. It doesn't matter. Road to glory is not defined by how much or how little you spend on the game money-wise, or how much or how little time you spend on the game. Road to glory is just defined by you again and in your own life. Is your road to glory getting the best possible team? Is your road to glory finishing Elite 1? Is your road to glory qualifying for Weekend League? Is your road to glory being consistently Gold 3? It can be anything and everything. Is your road to glory trying to enjoy FIFA in its broken gameplay state? That might be someone's road to glory, you know? They still love Ultimate Team, they still love FIFA gameplay, they still love building squads, they still love card collecting, and they're just trying to find that enjoyment level in the game, as opposed to letting the game really piss them off and make them toxic. So, long story short, I want to do whatever I want. It's that point in my life where I just want to enjoy, I guess what you would say is the fruits of my labor. And the nice thing about that is, again, I'm going to try, and I guess if I'm repeating it myself, maybe my editing team will cut it out, because that's another thing that a lot of people complain about is like, dude, you just say the same thing over and over again. Honestly, my editing team has full reign to cut out if I repeat myself. But to make a long story short, I just want to have some fun and get my hours of enjoyment in FIFA in. And if I'm enjoying it, I keep playing. If I'm not enjoying it, we switch over to Tarkov and all of that stuff that we've said a million times over. I apologize for offending people that think I'm trying to justify FIFA points or not spending FIFA points, which I'm not. I'm just telling you, it's all the same at the end of the day. And if you get offended by me saying that we are all part of the problem, if you play this game, either put a lot of time into this game or play this game and put money into this game, whatever it is, if you dislike the game so heavily and are mad at content creators or anybody that spends money on the game, all I would say is just think about that anger for a second, because at the end of the day, if you bought this game and are playing this game, you are part of the problem that you see as well. Now, if you don't have an issue with it, then so be it. It's a non-discussion point. Anyways, I'm going to double check and see if that guy's worth anything. I don't think he will be. So let's just move on from that. I'm not justifying that spending a crap ton of FIFA points is more responsible than spending time, because I think that the other problem with this discussion too is the people that think spending a lot of time is better than spending money on the game, I think, and I really hope this doesn't offend people because I don't mean it to, but I do think are a much younger audience that haven't had a job or maybe a full-time job or spent their time working or whatever, versus the people that understand what I'm saying, I think are the older audience that are like, yeah, no, we totally understand that both things can be equal and both things can be bad. If you spend a lot of money on the game or spend a lot of time on the game, both can be bad, right? I think it just depends on your life situation. If you're like a full-time dad and you work and you got a job, obviously it's a lot worse if you just dump infinite time into the game versus spending a little bit of money to get some coins back to then be able to progress within the game, versus the mindset if you're like younger and don't have a job and have a lot of free time. Obviously you think, well, spending a lot of money on this game is dumb when you can just spend the time on it. So I get that. Maybe I don't explain myself too well sometimes because in my head it's very obvious like what I'm trying to say, and maybe I don't explain it out too well. Ooh, that's good. I like that. I guess that's good too. It's very similar to like any other extracurricular enjoyable activity, right? So similar to like what you would put aside to spend on I'm trying to think. Is that Haaland? Did we just get Haaland? Hey! Let's go, boys! Just packed league striker for 2023, dudes. Hell yeah, bros. Okay, so here we go, boys. Final purchase. So I'm not gonna do the usual YouTuber thing of I spent 200K to do this. No. We got player of the month, Ben Yedder, period. Okay. The cost is what? 600 to 700K for him. There's no beating around the bush. That is an absurd amount of money for an untradeable player. I would still, even before using this Ben Yedder, recommend if you're not running a series like I am, or you're not running an account like I am, where you can kind of just do whatever you want. I personally think the best idea here, and I am getting rid of Mohamed Salah, I personally think the best idea would be to go get his one to watch, or specifically go get his inform for, what is it, 400K? That would be my recommendation. Now, this guy is god tier on a multitude of ways and reasons. First of all, the 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. You know, he's French. He's strong links to Mbappe. Very easy to link across different leagues. Icon strong links. Icon links just for anybody, but you know what I'm saying there. So I think he's great, and we all have used versions of Ben Yedder. At start of the year, I was using a regular version of Ben Yedder on the 2-hour-a-day road to glory, and he was absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed him. So I'm excited, obviously, to test out this card for sure. And I'm hoping that he's good for us, and I will use him to start at striker. I'm planning, and the initial plan was to use him at left cam. And I want you guys to let me know what you think. Maybe in the chat if you've done this card, or if you've used different versions of Ben Yedder. Do you think his stamina and his high work rates would make him a bad left cam? Because I really, really want to use Mbappe as my outright striker. I love him in that position. But for the sake of today and testing out Ben Yedder, especially in the hardest games we're going to play, obviously, right? 14-2, so we're at as high of an elo as we can be. If the matchmaking is unlucky, I'm on a plus 12 elo, which means I can match up plus 15 elo, which is the highest you can get. People that are 30-0, 25-0, whatever, right? So pro players, etc. So he's going to have a hard go of it. Now, ironically, people are going to laugh and call me a bit of a pleb because I'm not going to go with an engine. I still think a sniper is the play. I've seen a lot of people putting an engine on him and saying, oh, I can't wait to see Nick put an engine on him because I put engines on everybody. But I actually think a sniper would be better. Takes his penalties up nice and high. His volleys go to 99. His composure goes to 93 on a sniper. Dribbling to 99. Ball control to 93. Reactions to 92. Balance to 99. Agility to 99. Finishing to 99. Attack positioning to 99. I think the sniper is the way to go. A lot of people saying Hunter, but for me, as a striker, I don't think it's the play, because you don't need more than 85 sprint speed and 93 acceleration on your striker for the way I play. However, if after this weekend and this bottling or chasing of finishing elite with him at striker doesn't work out, when we move him to wide cam, because we got to do the League 1 objectives for icon swaps this week, so we're going to build a first owner League 1 squad this upcoming week. I'm going to test him out wide left, and then we'll put an engine on him. Because as a wide left cam, his shooting stats are incredible for a wide cam, a winger, if you will. So giving him an engine, giving him 90 sprint speed, 98 acceleration, you know, again, 99 balance, agility, etc. But then also giving him like 82 long passing and like 97 vision and 85 or 90 crossing would be very good for that specific position. So I think as a striker, sniper is the move. As a wide cam, you know, maybe you switch him into a 4-3-3 or something out wide somewhere. I would then say you would probably want to consider engine, or I don't know, hawk, something that does boost up that that overall sprint speed. So let's get into, didn't they say they fixed this? Wasn't in the latest patch notes a long message about they fixed this, where you put someone into the team after having them as a concept and this doesn't happen? Well, good to see that the things they've claimed they've fixed are absolutely not fixed. But anyways, moving on. And you know what? I think I'm going to bring Haaland in for Quincy. Why not? Have Haaland as a super sub? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, did. That'll be fun. All right, so let me show you guys real quick the custom tactics before we get into gameplay and I get toxic, because undoubtedly that will happen very fast. So start out most of our games like this, relatively boring. I'm tempting, man. I'm seeing lots of people going on pressure on heavy touch, and I'm tempted to go that route. You know what? Let's try it for today. It might screw up my elite run, but let's try it. So the only change here is going to be this, right? Starting lineup will be Ben Yedder up top, Neymar at central cam, Leo Messi and Mbappe wide left and right, Stevie G and Calvin the King Phillips as the holding midfielder and DM respectively, and then Marcelito, Van Dijk, David Luiz, and Zambrotta as the back line. And then the other setup here, which is kind of like if my opponent is playing really defensive or I'm really struggling to break them down. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Guess it would probably have to be that, right? I mean, Ben Yedder with high work rates wouldn't be terrible as an attacking-minded center mid. That's like the Nepenthes role for sure for Ben Yedder. But anyways, this is just like if I need to concentrate the attack with 3 attackers right down the middle. We go with that. 3-5-2 is obviously just to like put a ultra high press on an opponent. Again, this is going to be a bit weird, but I think we're going to do that. Very weird setup with Ben Yedder now as again an attacking minded DM, but whatever, dude. We'll test it out. And then holding on for dear life as always will be Messi, Mbappe, Ben Yedder, Stevie G, Nene. Yeah, and then Calvin Phillips, very similar to how he plays at Leeds too. He can drop into that pocket. So perfect. So that's a squad. Let's get into games, and then I think what we'll do is we'll play games until I lose. When I lose, we'll go open some packs, and we're actually going to go open like crafted packs. So League SBC packs, 81 plus packs, rare gold player packs. Those are the things we're probably going to spend the rest of the day opening up. Dembele, ooh, that were it all. Oh, well, that's, I mean, as sweaty as it's going to get. That's as sweaty of a squad I'm going to have to face. Now, the goalkeeper's a weird one. But I guarantee you it's not really going to matter. He's probably gonna do just fine. All right, let's focus up, boys. I'm going to do my best here. Let's go, Calvin. What a boring FIFA player this guy was, man. I would be shocked if this guy didn't have 75% possession. Honestly. Wow. How do people play this? This is, I mean, game 1 and I am already bored out of my mind. Game 1 and I'm already bored out of my mind, my dude. Insane. There you go. 56% possession. Like, what is the point? I don't get it. Thank God I got a goal on him, and then another one like right after that. The second goal was cheesy for sure. Dear Lord, man, I don't know how people play FIFA like that. Cross objective is hell. R1 square if it's hell. Oh my God. Holy Jesus. K, Hullet and R9 could be a bit of a problem, dudes. I just want this to be an attacking game of FIFA, man. If this guy just passes around the back like every other player that thinks they're a pro, I just can't be bothered. But if this is just like a fun, super ultra attacking game, who cares who wins and loses? Anyways, let's see. Well, it's looking like it's confirmed that Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash. NBC, CBC, everybody's reporting it. Man, RIP, one of the kings, man. Bro, I watched Kobe play in Vancouver, dude. That's man. Puts into perspective losing to a sweat like this, right? That's super unfortunate, man. Super unfortunate. Considering, was this Hugo? There's no way this is Hugo, is it? I don't think Hugo would play like this, passing it around the back and stuff like that. Listen, dudes, I've been sitting here for a little bit, genuinely. And I'm kind of just lost. And I feel like that's the best way I can describe it, really, is like, that is genuinely, I just didn't think you'd have to deal with news like this. Kobe's 41. You know, you'd think he'd have his whole life ahead of him. So anybody that was a fan, that grew up watching him, in any way, shape, or form, like for me, you know, going to the Vancouver Grizzlies game, seeing him like as a kid destroy, the tweet I posted as well, like where we all grew up, you know, screaming Kobe as we'd shoot a scrunched up paper in school into the garbage bin, or a pen that was finished, Kobe, toss it into the bin. You know, Kobe superseded basketball on so many levels, and yeah, I just never thought I'd have to like deal with that at this age. And I feel like the only way to describe it is like losing one of my all-time favorites, people that I would have watched growing up, whether it's Ibra or Dino, or like an unexpected loss of Messi or Ronaldo or something like that. And I think a lot of people in the gaming world and in the sports fan world would understand what I'm kind of feeling right now. And I don't want to oversell it because, you know, I think everybody has their way of mourning. And I think I'm gonna end the day here, dudes. I'm just gonna go spend some time with my family. I think that kind of just reminded me of the fragility of life itself. Like, man, it's not that deep, bros. You know, first week back in Weekend League, we went 15-3 today. I'm glad. I'm happy with myself. I didn't rage at that playing that guy. That then posted in the chat after he beat me, of course, so hunted me down as well. And it's just not that deep. And I think with news like this, I think we should all take some time to really just reassess, and sit back and spend some time with our loved ones, whether that's our pets or our friends or our family or our kids or our parents or our grandparents or aunts that took care of you, you know, or a friend's mom that, like, you know, helped take care of you maybe when you're younger in school, whatever your situation may be. I think this is a good reminder to like look around people in your life and just say, hey, I love you, you know, and I appreciate you being in my life. So on that note, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, on so many levels, affected all of us in so many different ways. And I'm going to end the day here. So God bless you guys, and we'll see you on either tomorrow for a workout stream if I'm feeling in a bit of a better headspace, or maybe on Tuesday to start the week strong again, just to get a little bit of time. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. I promised her I wouldn't work, you know. Crazy at this point in my life that this is considered work, but I promised her I'd spend the day with her, and we're gonna go out and do things, and I'm just gonna go upstairs and surprise them, you know, and just tell them that I'm taking the rest of the day off and that we're just gonna go do something cool today. So God bless you guys. I love you, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday at the latest. Okay, so go give someone that's important to you in your life a hug or a call, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace. And God bless.